Hello and welcome to July's Book Bites. Here on the first Wednesday of the month, we give you recommendations for first chapter and JFiction titles. Second Wednesdays, we have a Facebook Live event where Rob and I give real-time recommendations. Third Wednesdays, Laura Mikowski gives upper middle grade and YA titles. And fourth Wednesdays are graphic novels, all guaranteed tasty. This month, in honor of our summer reading theme, Imagine Your Story, I'm going to share some delicious fairy tale retellings. Fairy tales are a great source for story ideas, and so many authors have twisted, fractured, and retold our favorite tales that there is a limitless buffet of options. But here on Book Bites, I can only give you the three tastiest. Don't worry that there is a book list at the end with even more. First up is Breadcrumbs by Anne Ursu. This is a modern retelling of the Snow Queen, which bears no resemblance whatsoever to Frozen, but it is the tale that Frozen began life based on. So if you are desperate after watching both movies over and over, take a look at this great story. It has two best friends, Jack and Hazel, who have always been inseparable, until an encounter with a mysterious woman in the woods leaves Jack with a frozen heart and Hazel on a rescue mission. But it's possible neither will return the same as they were before this adventure. Next up, we have The Jumbies by Tracy Baptiste. Ooh, this one takes the fairy tale vibe and makes it spooky with a Caribbean setting to boot. Even better, it's the first in a trilogy, meaning you have two more books of creepiness just waiting after you read and love this one. When Corinne La Mer goes out into the woods, she's not scared of any silly old tales told by grown-ups. But when she meets a beautiful stranger in the market, she realizes the Jumbies are real and have plans in action. This great new addition to fairy tale collections adds a new and delicious island flavor. Our final book today is Rump by Liesl Shirtliff. Rump, the fairly true tale of Rumpelstiltskin, takes a comedic look at a very familiar fairy tale. Everyone thinks they know the story of Rumpelstiltskin. There's a poor young woman, a lying father, and a hideous gnome who tries to use his power of spinning gold from straw to trick her into giving up her firstborn child unless she can guess his name. Well, meet Rump. He's just a young boy in a world where names have powers who only knows half his name, since his mother died before finishing saying his name. This humorous look on a familiar tale continues through her three other books in the series, Jack, Red, and Grump, all looking at different fairy tale characters. But we can only read an excerpt from one of these delightful tales. Which will it be? And today, we'll be reading an excerpt from Rump, the fairly true tale of Rumpelstiltskin by Liesl Shirtliff. Chapter 1. Your Name is Your Destiny. My mother named me after a cow's rear end. It's the favorite village joke, and probably the only one, but it's not really true. At least I don't think it's true, and neither does Gran. Really, my mother had another name for me, a wonderful name, but no one ever heard it. They only heard the first part, the worst part. Mother had been very ill when I was born. Gran said she was fevered and coughing, and I came before I was supposed to. Still, my mother held me close and whispered my name in my ear. No one heard it but me. His name? Gran asked. Tell me his name. His name is Rump. Gran gave Mother something warm to drink and pried me from her arms. Tell me his name, Anna. All of it. But Mother never did. She took a breath and then let out all the air and didn't take any more in, ever. Gran said that I cried then, but I never hear that in my imagination. All I hear is silence, not a move or a breath. The fire doesn't crack, and even the pixies are still. Finally, Gran holds me up and says, Rump! His name is Rump! The next morning the village bell chimed, and gnomes ran all over the mountain, crying, Rump! Rump! The new boy's name is Rump! My name couldn't be changed or taken back, because in the kingdom your name isn't just what people call you. Your name is full of meaning and power. Your name is your destiny. My destiny really stinks. I stopped growing when I was 8, and I was small to begin with. The midwife Gertrude says I'm small because I had only the milk of a weak goat instead of a strong mother, but I know that really it's because of my name. You can't grow all the way if you don't have a whole name. I tried not to think about my destiny too much, but on my birthday I always did. On my 12th birthday I thought of nothing else. I sat in the mine, swirling mud around in a pan, searching for gold. We needed gold, 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 but all I saw was mud, mud, mud. The pickaxes beat out a rhythm that rang all over the mountain. It filled the air with thumps and bumps. In my head the mountain was chanting, Thump, thump, thump. Bump, bump, bump. Rump, rump, rump. At least it was a good rhyme. Thump, thump, thump. Bump, bump, bump. Rump, rump, rump. But, hey, but, I groaned as Frederick and his brother Bruno approached with menacing grins on their faces. Frederick and Bruno were the miller's sons. They were close to my age, but so big, twice my size and ugly as trolls. Happy birthday, Bud! We have a present just for you. Frederick threw a clod of dirt at me. My stubby hands tried to block it, but it smashed right in my face, and I gagged at the smell. The clod of dirt was not dirt. Now that's a gift worthy of your name, said Bruno. Other children howled with laughter. Leave him alone, said a girl named Red. She glared at Frederick and Bruno, holding her shovel over her shoulder like a weapon. The other children stopped laughing. Oh, said Frederick, do you love Butt? That's not his name, growled Red. Then what is it? Why doesn't he tell us? Rump, I said without thinking. My name is Rump. They burst out laughing. I had done just what they wanted. But it's not my real name, I said desperately. Isn't it? Asked Frederick. What do you think his real name is? Asked Bruno. Frederick pretended to think very hard. Something unusual. Something special. Cow Rump. Baby Rump, said Bruno. Rump roast. Everybody laughed. Frederick and Bruno fell over each other, holding their stomachs while tears rolled down their faces. They rolled in the dirt and squealed like pigs. Just for a moment I envied them. They looked like they were having such fun, rolling in the dirt and laughing. Why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't I join them? Then I remembered why they were laughing. And that's all for this week's Book Bites. Click through our link to our Bibliocommons list for an extended collection of fairy tale recommendations. And you can also see our summer reading website linked there, so you can find all of our Hillsborough Park locations where we'll be offering our summer reading packets. You get a free book and some goodies as well as a reading record. Or you can also stop by HPL to go at the library and browse a limited selection of free books and grab a reading record there. Happy summer reading! Don't forget to follow us on Facebook so you'll find all of the great summer reading events that are going on.